I don't run the pipe. I don't switch my head very much. Okay, because I just squat. Okay, works like a charm. But you'll see a couple different singles. All right, so when you go to, I'm going to take you down on this one. So when I'm here, you know, I should be pretty tight. So if he tries to take, I got to stop. I don't want him to take his leg out. So he tries to go ahead and leg pummel. It's going to be pretty hard. Okay, and he can feel how tight my shoulder is. But look, my head is up. So if he's trying to do anything to my head, you know, like that's not going to help him. Okay. And if I want to drop down, you know, now I'll cover that when I get into shooting, you know, when I'm shooting for the single, okay? But we're just going to do a step squat, okay? So I'm here, nice and tight. I'm going to step, and then I'm going to step to get him to hop back, and then I'm going to squat. And he goes down, okay? Now, me personally, I don't get in the habit of following them down because I usually, you know, tell guys you want to come in and start striking. So, and the other thing is, if you go down with them, you can walk into bad situations where sometimes you can get, you know, knocked off balance, swept, or guys are going to tie you up. So I just drop, one man goes down. You know, it's kind of a good way to live. Okay, one man goes down. So from our 2-on-1 game, and we're playing all this stuff, and we're trying to lock or get a grip, one of the things will happen is he'll sling him, shot himself up, and he'll get postured. And when you know, that's kind of ridiculous, but you know, he gets taller. And when I see that, it's a good opportunity. What I do is hook, catch the leg, okay? So I just do a little, so I'm out here, I just do a little lock, catch, and then whoop, there I am on my single, okay? And now I will step, squat, and then, you know, right down here, maybe set up my pass, hit my lock, come on top, and now I'm in a nice dominant position here. And I can just go to work. Okay? So, you don't have to do these little blocks, but I find them very handy because last thing I want to do is kind of go here and then I let go of him and he steps back or just something. Well, I could block that, but move away. You know, you get the idea. He doesn't have a wrestling background. But neither do I. Okay? So when I'm here or whatever, I get him, you know, I'm starting to bend him. He pops up, you know, I hook, and then slide down, step, squat, and I can just kind of move him how I want. But I'm not in a hurry to get tied up because I can watch him, see where he goes. And like I said, for MMA, get the real dominant position, okay? So don't get married to any one grip because if you get married to it, you're going to get a little nervy about releasing it. If it's not right, it's not there, move on. Move fucking on, okay? There's plenty of other stuff to do, okay? But yeah, I really like this game. Allah. All right, I find this more than enough, okay? So we'll move on from there. Okay, so you know, one of the things you can go to is an arm drag from here, but you want to make sure that when you do it, that you don't you don't necessarily like. If I switch to like an arm drag like this, now I've made myself vulnerable for him to step, and now we're in that game. Okay, so my big thing is don't keep him, if he's in a strong position, he's gonna move, he's gonna do crazy stuff. And that's why I like the flank so much, because it's not just about attacking, it's about like circling and then covering, okay? So if I'm doing MMA or something, you know, there are fears. If I'm here, a lot of guys if they're gonna do spinning elbows and spinning, stuff like that, but they're also gonna step in front. But if I push them off base, so the one thing is that a lot of times when guys break, they go like this, but that didn't really move him. So I go break and that guy just belts me, or whatever the case is. So when you're kind of doing something and you want to break free, and you're like, oh, I'm going to break free here. When I break free, I'm going to shuck and push. Get him offline. Like, get him off his balance. Because if he does any spinning move there, he's just going to fall on his butt. Okay? So if you're going to disengage, give him a shuck. Okay? I mean, that's not what I want to teach at the moment, but it is important because of the fact that, yeah, guys, if he's here on me and he's just kind of getting lazy, I got counters here. If I could, there's counters to things. Okay? I got to teach that one too, but we'll get to that. It's like, man, I'm stupid. Okay? So when I'm here and I do this arm drag, what I'm going to do is I want to get a good base and balance because this might go slower than I want. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to get him moving here. I'm going to go ahead and take my drag. And now when I drag, I'm going to go ahead and I want to pull him even more. I can go here. There's nothing wrong with that. But I can also, from this position, step and drop to my knee and even bring him down more. And then now you can see where he's at. Okay, so they're both going to work. If you're in a hurry to get behind, drop into your knees, good. Just dragging them out, stepping in, we'll have a choke. So I can give both examples. I don't see why not. Okay, you guys paid your money.